your utility bills are likely to go up again. That is the warning from both Eversource and Connecticut Natural Gas. Both companies saw their credit ratings downgraded this week.
Your consumer investigative reporter Cassidy Williams is closely following the rising rates here in Connecticut. She is breaking down what this may cost you.
A company's credit rating is similar to your credit score. The lower a company's rating, the less banks trust that that company will pay them back. So banks will charge more to lend them money. This week, Eversource, Connecticut Natural Gas, and Southern Connecticut Gas were all lowered from a rating in the A range to a BBB+. And the companies say you will ultimately pay the price.
It's important that that's managed such that you don't get to a situation where no debt investor wants to put their money forward.
The impetus for the downgrade is specifically and squarely on the Connecticut regulatory environment, and it starts and it ends there.
Both Avangrid and Eversource are sounding the alarm after their credit rating took a hit. S&P, who controls the ratings, says part of the reason is what happened on November 18th.
And with that, the decisions have been adopted.
That's when PURA, Connecticut's regulatory agency, denied CNG and SCG's rate increase and instead ordered the companies decrease prices for customers. In its rating decision, S&P writes, these adverse regulatory developments have increased business risk for Eversource Energy and its Connecticut-based subsidies.
Eversource says it's planning to borrow $3 billion over the next 5 years. Now that the company's been downgraded from an A- to a BBB+, Eversource says borrowing that same $3 billion will cost an additional $270 million in interest costs alone. Why do these costs get passed through to customers? Is an option just that investors make less money?
If our rates don't reflect our costs, that means that we will not be able or they don't have confidence that we'll be able to make timely repayments on our debt. That is fundamentally the problem. That creates risk.
The Connecticut Consumer Counsel Claire Coleman, who advocates for ratepayers, disagrees. In a statement, she wrote in part, the attempt to blame today's credit ratings downgrade solely on the regulatory environment here in Connecticut obscures the full picture, and goes on to say while credit downgrades are not something we'd ever seek or celebrate, the impact on customers here in Connecticut are far more remote and tangential than has been described.
Now, any rate increase would have to first be approved by PURA, the same regulatory agency that the companies blame for the downgrade. We asked PURA to comment on all of this, and they told us to contact the Office of the Consumer Counsel. PURA did not directly respond to our questions. Your consumer investigative reporter, Cassidy Williams, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Cassidy, thank you.